Now let's see this question. Murali started from point A with an average speed of 60 miles per hour. How fast must Ravi drive to catch him up in 6 hours if he leaves 30 minutes after Murali from point A? So I'll just explain you using a diagram what they are trying to say. Let us assume that there is a point A. Now they are saying that Murali has started from point A and he has traveled for some distance. Let's say Murali is here as of now for half an hour. Okay, and after half an hour Ravi is going to start from the same point, and now if Ravi has to catch him in 6 hours, then what should be the speed of Ravi? See, now if Murali has started from point A and he has traveled for half an hour at a speed of 60 miles per hour, then he will be covering actually a distance of 60 into 1 by 2, isn't it? 60 miles per hour, in half an hour he is going to cover 60 into 1 by 2, which is nothing but 30 miles. Now he has already covered 30 miles, which means he is having a kickstart. He has already traveled 30 miles and he is at some point. Okay, let me write capital M, and he is still traveling, right? And now Ravi has to catch him, and he has to catch him up in 6 hours. Now if that is the case, then what should be the speed of Ravi? That is what they are asking, right? Now in order to understand this, if Ravi has to catch him, they both are going to definitely meet at a point, right? Let's say this point is here, at which both Murali and Ravi are going to meet, but then it is going to happen after 6 hours, right? Already in the first half an hour Murali has traveled for some distance, and for the next 6 hours he is going to travel some distance, and Ravi is going to travel this 30 miles plus the distance covered by Murali in the 6 hours, then only he is going to catch him there, right? So now let's see how much distance he will be traveling or he will be covering in 6 hours. His speed is given as, Murali's speed is given as 60 miles. Therefore if you let him travel for 6 more hours, he is going to cover 60 into 6, which is nothing but 360 miles, right? So this is the total distance covered by Murali, 30 plus 360. Now this entire distance has to be covered by Ravi in 6 hours, right? So what should be his speed? Now his speed, if you assume that his speed is x, his speed is going to be distance divided by time, right? Now it is given that in 6 hours Ravi has to catch him up, therefore time is going to be 6 hours, right? And what is the total distance he is supposed to cover? Already he is here, Murali has covered 30 miles and now he is going to cover 360 miles more. Therefore 30 plus 360 miles is the total distance covered by Murali, right? Now what is the total sum is 390 divided by 6, which is nothing but 65, and since it is miles and this is hours, it is going to be miles per hour. So 65 miles per hour is the answer. Got this? Or if you want to do it in other way, you can also assume that the distance covered by Ravi in 6 hours should be equal to the distance covered by Murali in 6 hours plus half an hour, right? Even using that method also you can go with that. Now let us say Ravi's speed is x, then what is the distance covered by him? It is going to be x into 6 hours, isn't it? So speed into time is going to give you the distance. Now the distance covered by Ravi in the 6 hours should be equal to the distance covered by Murali in 6.5 hours, which is nothing but 30 plus 360, right? In half an hour he has covered 30 miles, and then in 6 hours he has covered 360 miles. Now using this also you are going to get the same thing, right? Here also you are going to get 65 miles per hour. Got it? Now if you want to use the concept of relative speed, now since both are going in the same direction, and if Ravi has to catch Murali, definitely, and also it is given that Ravi has started late, isn't it? And now Ravi, if he has to catch Murali, then Ravi's speed should be greater than Murali's speed, otherwise he is never going to catch, right? So if you assume that Ravi's speed is x and Murali's speed is 60 miles per hour, then the relative speed between these two is going to be x minus 60. So just try to understand why I am writing it as x minus 60. See, clearly if Ravi has to catch Murali, Ravi has to travel at a speed greater than Murli's speed. Why? Already Murli is ahead of him, that is why. Therefore, x minus 60 is the relative speed, and already they are separated by a distance of 30 miles, isn't it? So this is the distance of separation, and this is the relative speed. Now if we have to find out the time as you know is going to be distance by, let's say, speed, and we already know time, and so speed is this and the distance is 30 miles. If you put those numbers, you will get the value of x. See, now the time is given as 6 hours. In 6 hours we are supposed to cover a distance of 30 miles with an average, with a relative speed of x minus 60. Got it? Now again, if you try to solve it, it is going to be, x is going to be 65 miles per hour, right? So how did we get this? See, if you have to understand it, how we got it, you can think of it this way. See, the distance between them is 30 miles, and what does relative, in this case, what does relative speed say? If x is traveling at a distance of, at a speed of x, if Ravi is traveling at a speed of x miles per hour and Murli is traveling at a speed of 60 miles per hour, right? Now, if the distance between them is 30 miles, then it means that the distance between them will be shrinking at a rate of x minus 60 miles per hour. Got it? Which means in 1 hour, the distance between them will be shrinking this way. X minus 60 miles is how the distance between them is shrinking. Now if they have to meet, if they have to catch up, then what should happen? This entire distance has to become 0, right? And also we know that the total time required here is 6 hours. In 6 hours the distance has to become 0, right? See, in 1 hour we are able to cover a distance of x minus 60 miles, then x minus 60 miles distance will be decreased in 1 hour. So 30 miles, if it has to become 0, right, then it is going to be 30 by x minus 60 hours. Now it is already given that this time has to be equal to 6 hours. Therefore if you cancel it out, again you are going to get the same thing, right? So you can use any of these methods. I think I told you 3-4 methods here. You can use any of the method which is intuitive for you, right? Either you can use the relative speed, or you can use this directly, the distance covered, you can equate them, or you can say speed equal to distance by time. Whatever the method is, the answer is going to be 65 miles per hour. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.